What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. So Pokemon Go has been super busy as of late with the announcements. Just yesterday, for example, they introduced Meloetta as the mythical Pokemon that will be featured for Pokemon Go Fest. I made a deep dive on that, so make sure to check that out. But later on in the day, they had some other announcements, mostly focused around the fact that we're going to get Shadow Ho-Oh added into the Giovanni quest for using that Super Radar, and a lot of people are excited about the Shadow Ho-Oh. And yes, that purple silhouette looks amazing. I would cross my fingers, wish we could get that. But regardless of that, a lot of people are interested in the Shadow Ho-Oh. Is it going to be better than the previous version? Should you invest into it? And of course, we're going to be answering those questions and taking a look at Shadow Ho-Oh as an attacker from the fire typing, the flying type, and then of course from PvP in general. So anyways, I hope you do enjoy this episode. It's going to be a ton of fun, and if it is helpful, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Ho-Oh, with a max AP of 4,420, Ho-Oh is a dual type Pokemon of fire as well as the flying type. And I'm super excited about this Pokemon getting somewhat of a buff through the Shadow form, because we've always talked about this Pokemon Ho-Oh as having an amazing set of potential, but being held back by something like the Moveset. And I personally think that Shadow allows it to maybe get a little bit further, so I'm very excited to take a look at this Pokemon from the fire typing as well as the flying type. So let's go ahead and take a look at the potential of this Pokemon as far as the stats are concerned. We can see that it has an overall ranking of 21st in Pokemon Go, which is just insane for this Pokemon, super high in the stats. And as far as individual stats are concerned, we can see that the defense stat is ranked the highest, followed by an attack stat and a stamina stat that are ranked very similarly. But we can see that it has an attack stat of 239, so a little bit lower than ideal. We would love to see something like a 250 or above, just generally speaking. So it is a little lower, so it's good that it has that Shadow just so it can get that extra bonus. And of course it takes a hit to its defense, but look at how good its defense is. So I think the Shadow is going to be perfect for Ho-Oh as far as its stats are concerned. So as far as the relative rank, we can go ahead and take a look at this Pokemon compared to other fire types, and then of course versus other flying types. Now, as far as fire types are concerned, it's ranked 4th overall, and then of course that defense stat kind of holding strong, stamina stat doing well as well, and then we've got the attack stat dropping down a little bit, but still 19 out of 67 is pretty solid. And then of course if we take a look at it from the flying type, we can see that overall it's ranked 3rd as far as the stats are concerned compared to 101 flying type Pokemon in Pokemon Go. We can see that its defense stat is once again carrying the load, and then of course stamina stat dropping a little bit but looking good, and then that attack stat looking pretty good as well. But as you can see, its attack stat is not the most dominant feature, but hey, like I said before, we got that Shadow bonus going on, so that's going to be very helpful for Ho-Oh. So of course, let's go ahead and take a look at the moveset, and there's a huge conversation that could be had about this, but we're going to kind of have it throughout the raid discussion as well. So as far as the movesets are concerned, we have the move Incinerate, which ended up being introduced while I was taking a break, so I'm excited to do a breakdown for this. And then of course we got Fire Blast, we've got Brave Bird to take a look at potentially. And then as far as Hidden Power, you could end up pairing it up with a Fire type Hidden Power, but Incinerate is going to be the better option. And then of course you could end up getting yourself a Flying type Hidden Power that you could pair up with Brave Bird, and that's actually going to be a solid combination if you want to do that. But of course you got to get lucky and get the exact right hidden power. So let's go ahead and dive into the actual raid simulations, and I actually wanted to go ahead and do the flying type first because I think most people are going to think about Ho-Oh from the fire typing. So of course let's go ahead and take a look at that. So if we go up against a Virizion and we go ahead and showcase the top 6, Ho-Oh is nowhere to be found. And as far as just the regular Ho-Oh is concerned, if you get yourself hidden power as well as Brave Bird, then it becomes the 16th best option as a flying type attacker. Now, of course, that's not going to be the greatest thing in the world, right? But I want to go ahead and point this out. Now, how the hidden powers work in Pokemon Go, it's very important that you understand it if you don't understand it, because you're going to waste a ton of TMs trying to get it. Whatever hidden power you get assigned to your particular Pokemon that you have, that's what it is. It's locked into that specific hidden power. So if you keep trying to rotate back the hidden power, it's just going to, for example, continuously be the flying type hidden power over and over and over and over again. You can't rotate through them. A little bit unfortunate, at least in my opinion, but it is what it is. So I, of course, would love to go ahead and check this Ho-Oh and see exactly what type of hidden power that you have. If you've got a flying type hidden power on your Shadow Ho-Oh, it gets moved into the 5th position, which is just insane from a flying type. So of course you can see Shadow Ho-Oh here, and as far as its time to win is concerned, we're at 456, which is behind Pokemon like Shadow Staraptor, and then of course Moltres, Honchkrow, and then Mega Pidgeot. But all in all, looking so solid as a flying type attacker, but you have to get lucky and get yourself the hidden power that is flying type. Cross your fingers on that one, because getting into that 5th position compared to other Shadows and of course other Megas is very impressive, at least in my opinion. And that's why I wanted to go ahead and showcase this first, because maybe many people don't think about Ho-Oh as a flying type. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Ho-Oh as a fire type attacker. Now if we go ahead and take a look, and of course you go ahead and scan through these top 12, you are not going to end up seeing Ho-Oh in the top 12 as far as the regular Ho-Oh is concerned. You have to actually go all the way down to the 29th position to finally find the regular Ho-Oh. So of course, when you end up getting the Shadow upgrade for Ho-Oh, as far as its position is concerned, it gets moved into the number 12 position, so it's going to be right behind Darmanitan here. And then as far as the number of faints is concerned, it's actually looking pretty good compared to the competition. You've got a couple towards the top that are getting 11 faints or less, but in general, it gets a major upgrade for this Pokemon. And as far as fire types are concerned, there's just a lot of competition. So interestingly enough, I think that Ho-Oh as a flying type attacker may end up being the right move, but of course, you're just kind of put down to that point of if you get lucky with the right type of hidden power. But regardless of that, the Shadow version of Ho-Oh is a major upgrade compared to what it was in the past. So anyways, we can go ahead and move on to the PvP section, and I think that this is going to be a little bit of a brief conversation to have. So as far as the best ranking for Shadow Ho-Oh, it actually happens in the Master Classic League. And if you go ahead and take a look here, you'll see that the regular Ho-Oh is actually ranked at 9th. And in every league position, the Shadow is actually behind the regular Ho-Oh. And this is where the gap gets closed the most though. And Shadow Ho-Oh ends up being ranked at that 24th position with the exclusive move of Earthquake. So you are going to need an Elite Charge Team to get access to that. And then of course, as this Pokemon performs, it ends up doing best as a closer. And it's going to be an interesting one to use. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in using it for PvP, but I would definitely love to know what you think about that in the comment section below. So all in all, this Pokemon got a major improvement as a Shadow Pokemon just because of the Shadow bonuses that end up occurring. And because Ho-Oh has such a high defensive stat, I think it plays off very well. Even though it gets that nerf to the defense stat, it plays out great for this Pokemon. And of course, as far as just interesting findings, I think that using Ho-Oh from that flying type is a little bit of a gem that you may not necessarily think of immediately. And then of course, it gets an upgrade as a fire type attacker, but it's still not to the point where I would say that the Shadow Ho-Oh is the one that you want to invest in. But hey, it looks really cool though. But anyways, I would love to know what you think about Ho-Oh in the comment section below. Are you excited about it? Do you want to use it from the fire typing, the flying typing? Do you want to use it from PvP? Anything and everything, let me know in the comment section below how excited you are about Ho-Oh. And of course, I will see you next time. But of course, we got to give a huge shout out to the supporters on Patreon. We started a Discord server where we are talking about Pokemon Go. We're coordinating for raids. We got a lot of things set up on the Discord server, and that's a new tier for $2. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, connecting with other Pokemon Go players, make sure to check out that link in the description, and I will see you next time.